Hello, this is Doug again, and today I'm going to do a quick video here on my exercise routine and what I've been doing recently, over the last year with calisthenics, which has really helped me, with my overall strength and my physique. I am 52 years old currently. I am still 6 feet tall and I am 196 pounds. So here is a picture of me when I was 40 years old, and I was about 226 pounds here. So my weight fluctuated between 210 and 230 pounds for over 15 years, from about the age of 32 upwards, right? So that was me at the age of 40. Yeah, my highest weight over the past 20 or so years was 230 pounds, right? So that's me almost at my max. The pregnant look. So here's me a week ago, 52 years old, 6 feet tall, and 196 pounds, and it looks like I'm almost getting abs here, which is crazy, right? And here I am with my triceps up against the picture here. So you can see there's like a division here between the back of my shoulder muscle. I got some muscle in my back. That's my lats there. I got some definition in my triceps. So calisthenics has really helped me tremendously. And I've seen a lot of improvement in the last 3 months, I would say, right? When I started taking it more seriously. Let's see, here's another picture of me. Again, my abs are kind of almost coming through. And here is a most muscular pose, which I never thought I'd be doing on the internet, but here it is anyhow. So I have some definition in my upper chest. I have there's a division between my shoulders and my biceps and triceps, all from calisthenics, right? Crazy. Push-ups, pull-ups. I do a little bit of weights, and I'll get into that later, but mostly calisthenics. So there's a couple things I want to go over here. My current diet would be considered poor, right? I don't have any fruits or vegetables or anything right now. I do intermittent fasting, and it's enabled me to stay under 200 pounds despite all the sugar, pizza, chicken burritos, donuts, Vietnamese iced coffees, and my overall poor eating habits. I have a video that I just made and I released earlier about my eating habits, which you may want to take a look at, and my intermittent fasting practices. I mostly just do calisthenics at home. I do not work out hard. I am consistent with my workouts, and I only do about 40 to 80% of my max efforts on any set. I do limited cardio now. I'm going to increase the cardio as time goes on, of course. I do some weights now. I started doing weights, I'd say about 5 or 6 weeks ago. So I do a hex bar deadlifts, and I also do dumbbell farmer walks. So the hex bar deadlifts I have been doing for a couple months. The farmer walks is more recent. I have been prioritizing volume over the week over intensity. So I'm more interested in doing, over 70 reps of pull-ups or push-ups or what have you over 7 days or 8 days, instead of trying to get 10 in that one set, that one day, and really working myself hard. I don't do that anymore, right? I never thought I'd start to become muscular with calisthenics, especially at the age of 52. When I started getting muscular development and I started seeing it in the mirror several weeks ago, I was like, wow, really? Because I really wasn't even working out that hard and my diet was bad. But as I just increased things a little bit over time, I started getting more and more muscle. It was crazy. I was really I was amazed to a certain degree. That's why I started making these videos again, right? Because I think that a lot of people in their 40s and 50s, a lot of men don't think that calisthenics can do that. And you see guys on the internet that have these amazing physiques, and they're doing calisthenics, and I'm just I just can't relate to that. But now I can see that I think it is actually very doable, with a lot of consistency, right? So I have a zero, no pain, no gain approach to my workouts. I don't try and get the last rep, when I was exercising in the 80s, when I used to go to the gym all the time, lift weights. It was all about that, trying to get that last rep and no pain, no gain. And I'd really push myself hard, and I don't do that at all anymore. I always save, at least 2 reps on every set that I do, and I'm more interested in what I do over a week instead of what I do in that set or what I do in that day. And I don't try to make myself sore at all for the next day, right? Number 6, it took me a couple of months of playing with calisthenics and different routines to find a groove. and start to really become more consistent and see improvements. So I started becoming more serious, I'd say about, 3 months ago is when I started, being more consistent, right? Before that, I was just like playing around with it. Sometimes I would do it during the week. Sometimes I do it 4 times a week, 3, sometimes 2. I was just kind of bouncing around. Number 7, I started everything very slowly. So when I was not doing any exercise, well, I was walking. So I was a big walker about a year ago, but I wasn't doing any type of weights or any calisthenics or anything like that. So I started everything extremely slowly. My first workout was literally like 5 minutes long. I just did like 5 push-ups. They weren't even good ones. And then I walk for 2 minutes and I come back and I do like 5 body weight squats. And I don't think any of that felt good. 5 felt like a lot, I think. And then I walked for 2 minutes and I tried to do 1 pull-up. I couldn't even do a pull-up, 11 months ago. I couldn't do 1 pull-up. I could maybe do a little bit more than half a pull-up. But it took weeks for me to be able to do my first pull-up. And I think people need to be very patient. You have to be very patient and understand that your body is going to adjust over time. It will get stronger as long as you're consistent. Don't try to kill yourself. Amazing things can happen, right? And then number 8, I, like other people on the internet, am currently about the same weight as I was 11 months ago. I'm 196 pounds when I started calisthenics, but A, my body fat levels are much less. Like my waist is a lot thinner, right? B, I have a thinner waist, and C, I have more muscle on most all parts of my body. So my body composition, my overall strength and flexibility are far superior to what it was 11 months ago. And I'm probably stronger. I'm definitely more flexible than I have been, I think, in about 20 years. And I'm probably stronger than I have been in 20 years as well. So the workout, the routine that I've been doing over, especially the last 3 months, has almost changed my life, right? It's been crazy. It's been amazing. I've been amazed at at the changes that have occurred, right? So that's why I started, doing these videos. I'm like, I think other people should also realize this without working hard without working hard. So very quickly, I just want to go over this graph. So like I said, for, ever since the age of 32, about 20 years ago, I was, over 208 pounds, anywhere from 208 to 230 pounds year after year. And what happened is, instead of being 208 to 212 pounds, then it's like you're 212 to 215 pounds. And then 3 years later, you're averaging like 215 to 220, and or I'm hitting 230 every so often, all this craziness. So about 6 years ago, I hit, I hit 224 pounds. I was at 224, and I worked really hard to get my weight down. I have a whole nother video on this that explains, my ups and downs. But the important thing is, in the last year, I have been below 205 pounds, 100% in the last year, and for the first time in 20 years. And you can see 90% of the time, I have been below 200 pounds over the last year. So that's amazing for me. Over the last 20 years, that's amazing. And a lot of that has to do with the intermittent fasting, which I have in the other video. But let's go over my workout routine right now. Here is like a breakdown of what I do, or what I did last week, right? So I track, my weight, and there's my weight, 196 pounds. There's my kilograms, 88.9. How many days I was fasting was 7. So I fasted 7, intermittent fasting for 7 days last week. My average hours per day between eating was 18.4 hours, right? Whereas 4 weeks earlier, it was 16.2 hours. So I am increasing this number as time goes on. I'm going to try and get at least 20 hours a day in between my eating windows. Total hours at Calisthenics for the week was 5.9 last week. Total days exercising was about 4. Total hours of exercising was 6.5. That includes walking. I'm a big believer in walking, so I integrate the walking in my calisthenics routine. So when I do a set, I immediately start walking back and forth in my house. And I try to walk for at least 30 minutes every day. And also when you walk, it's like you're constantly moving, constantly being busy. So that's actually helped me with my cardio, actually, on a certain level. I also do stairs. So 2 weeks ago I did 1,200 stairs in my house, and last week I only did 192. It's because I have like 5 different days I do things. Anyway, I do burpees. Burpees are a killer. I only did 35 last week. Okay, so here's my pull-ups. I did 75 pull-ups for the week last week, right? I did 75 total pull-ups over the week, and I did 102 the week before. But what I did was I'm doing eight count pull-ups now. So what I mean by that is I pull myself up, and then I get to an L with my arm, and I count to 3. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then I lower myself slowly. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then when I'm all the way at the bottom, I count to 2. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then I pull myself up, and then I get into the L, and I count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. So I call that an 8 count pull-up. So what it does is it really stresses your arms and your shoulders a lot more so than just getting over the bar. So in the past, I was just trying to get over the bar, you know? And then I started going for quality. I started trying to do more quality reps. So I was doing like 5 count pull-ups, you know, for several weeks. And then last week I started 8 count pull-ups. So it's just a different way of doing things. So, but I did 75 of those last week. Even though, so my number was less than the week before, but the quality, you know, it was much higher actually. My leg reps, I did 177 different repetitions of leg exercises, whether they be bodyweight squats, you know, lunges, one leg chair raises, I do bouncing squats, I do curtsy lunges, I do goblet squats, hex bar deadlifts, farmer walks, and stairs, all that counts, right? And then chest reps is mostly push-ups. So I do like 4 or 5 different variations of push-ups, and then I also do some dips. So I did 151 reps last week. Shoulder reps, I crawl on the ground with my shoulders. I did 144 last week. I do some abs, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. So I'm keeping track of, you know, how many reps I do over the week, volume much more so than what I do in a workout and trying to push myself hard. And volume has been, you know, really good to me. Then I also started a couple weeks ago, I started, you know, doing farmer walks with weights because I think that the calisthenics is great. And then I think on the weight side, I'm going to do deadlifts with the hex bar, and I'm doing farmer walks because I think those 2 exercises really can make you more powerful in every exercise in your entire body. It just makes your entire body stronger. So I'm focusing on this a lot as well now, and I'm, you know, I'm detailing everything here. So that's what it looks like. You know, months ago, like my first week, right? You can see I did 2.5 pull-ups almost a year ago, about 11 months ago, 11 and a half months ago. I did 2.5 pull-ups. That's all I could do. I mean, I couldn't even do a pull-up. I could only do like half a pull-up, right? So I did that for the week, and then I did like 30 body weight squats over the week, and then I did some push-ups, right? So my workout, you know, my first workout was not much at all, right? And that's kind of how you got to do it, I think. You got to progress very slowly. Because if you go in there and you work out really hard and you get all sore and everything, then you can't exercise the next day, and you might not be able to exercise the day after that, and you're not going to look forward to it because you're going to be reminded all during the day how sore you are. So that's not good. So I work out not to be sore, actually. I purposely do that. So this is how many reps I did per day last week. So on Sunday, I did day 3 workout, which was 24 pull-ups, multiple different sets to get those 24 pull-ups, 65 leg reps. I did 66, you know, different variations of chest, 6 reps. I did 64 shoulder reps, and then, you know, and then Monday I did this. So this is what I did every day, right? How many reps I did during the day, and then it comes down to how many reps I did for the week, right? So that's kind of how I watch it. That's how I tally it up. So I don't want to do too much of anything on one particular day. I try to keep things balanced, right? And then this is my actual workout, what I did on Sunday. So this is, you know, I did my trampoline for 110 jumping jacks. I warmed up for about 12 minutes before my workout, and then I did chin-ups, 8 count chin-ups. I did 3 reps, and then I walked for a minute, and then I did 4 sets of push-ups. So I did 12 regular push-ups fast, right? I didn't do them slow. And then I walked for 2 minutes, and then I did 3 more chin-ups, right? 8 count chin-ups, and then I walked for a minute, and then I did 10 decline push-ups, right? Quickly, and then I walked for 2 minutes, and then I did, so that's what I do, and I walk in between my reps. That's how I do it. And then I did shoulder crawls, and I did chin-ups, different variations of chin-ups. I did thick grip chin-ups. I bought these thick grips off of Amazon. It helps with your grip and makes you stronger all over. And so I'll be doing videos on that as well. I'm trying to improve my grip strength. So this is a breakdown of my actual workouts for each day for last week, right? And now what I'm doing is, I was working out like 5 or 6 days a week with the calisthenics and stuff. But now that I'm doing the deadlifts and stuff, and I'm doing the farmer's walks, I am now trying to do my calisthenics, you know, every other day. And then the second day, I'm going to do like more cardio type stuff. So I'm going to walk, and then I'm going to do like my cardio on those days. So it's going to be 1 day on, 1 day off calisthenics, you know, 1 day on, 1 day off for the cardio. So that's what I've started implementing this week, you know, as things have changed up. So that's a quick overview of what I've been doing, especially over the last 3 months. I've seen a lot of great progress, and I'll be doing more videos on my progress. If you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to put them down below, and I'll try and answer them. And thank you so much for watching my video, and have a great day. Bye-bye.